Welcome back to Pluto Jackson's Monster Hunt. This is a special actual play campaign by us, the Dungeon Dudes, to celebrate the Kickstarter campaign that we have been running for the past month, Monsters of Drakkenheim. We are heading into the final 48 hours of the Monsters of Drakkenheim Kickstarter, which ends this Thursday at 7 p.m., April 25th. So with that, let's find out who's playing with me today, because I'm running this game and I'm so excited to showcase some of these monsters.
My name's Kelly McLaughlin, also one of the Dungeon Dudes and one of the writers on Monsters of Drakkenheim. And tonight we are venturing into the city of Drakkenheim to face some of the monsters from what is probably going to end up being, by far, the largest chapter in this monster book, which is the Horrors of Drakkenheim. The epicenter of the world of Drakkenheim, obviously, as the name implies, where the city itself is full of contaminated and mutated monsters. We're going to see some of those horrible creations tonight, but I'm not going to be facing them alone because I'm joined by my good friends.
Jill Denitis, and I'm playing Galatea Johns, and I'm really excited to step back into the city of Drakkenheim and see what kind of monsters are going to be thrown at us, because you never know what comes at you at Drakkenheim.
And my name is Joe Gorman, playing the lovable and irresistible Pluto Jackson. Really excited to see what kind of conditions I can accumulate in this festering place. So really excited for tonight.
Alrighty, so with that, of course, this whole time, Pluto Jackson has been telling the stories of his monster hunts to his good friends Sebastian Crow and Veo Senya. Those, for reference, are Kelly and Jill's characters from our main campaign, but for our monster hunt, they are playing Galatea and Gemini. So, Pluto, tell us about the story that you're going to be telling today.
Well, this has been a long journey, and can you listen?
So you just walked up to me and said, go ahead. Didn't realize it was story time again.
I'm interrupting you, and I'm going to tell you about the first time that I arrived in Drakkenheim.
I remember this with your 100 or some odd folk.
Even more. And I was sent on a very, very specific mission to steal treasure and kill monsters.
Wait, hold on a sec. You had even more people with you?
You almost told me it was 100.
Yeah, well, now that I think about it, and I run the numbers, yeah, there's more. There was a lot of us. And we marched for months. And we arrived at the gates of Drakkenheim, and it really was we really learned that you really can't underestimate your foes. Underestimate your foes. Underestimate your foes. Underestimate your foes. Underestimate your foes.
Dark in the night, devil looking for a fight. With the coals they tear, defeated devil bite. Turn around, try to hide, best to stay out of sight. Save a string, so she only right. With a blade by his side, we will stand and fight. With the brave and bold, join the hunt tonight. Get around, grab your gear as the monsters are near. But we won't back down, we will face our fear. Like the trolls, forward, shatter blade and spear. Turn to the night, won't break us here. With a blade by his side, we will stand and fight. With the brave and bold, join the hunt tonight. Now we turn the tides for those left behind. Now we grit our teeth and we'll make things right. Now we know we can fight, now we take back the night. Our will and the light can be taken tonight. Together we stand, shall break it out. In the dark, we'll stand up and fight. With a blade by his side, we will stand and fight. With the brave and bold, join the hunt tonight. Gather your strength, hunter near and far. We will show these beasts who the hunted are.
we travel back to where it all began. The outskirts of Drakkenheim, the old fields surrounding the city, where the thundering trudging of a marching column of Caspians comes to a halt just outside the ruins of Drakkenheim. Each wearing the livery of House Jackson, these 250 soldiers all bear a variety of weapons, equipment, and proudly the emblem of House Jackson upon their shields. Along with the 250 soldiers are about another 50 support staff, bringing with them donkeys, supplies, food, everything that the expedition could possibly need. At the front of the column, majestically leading this brave force from Caspia, is Pluto Jackson.
I signal to halt. Yeah, everyone do the neigh thing.
Nay. Done.
There's no horses here.
I'm doing as you
Perhaps
wish,
the
sir.
only one who has a horse is Pluto Jackson.
Just pretend, because he doesn't.
Yeah.
Humor him.
We have arrived. This is our plunder. This is what we have come for. This forsaken city. We will take its riches, we will rob its treasure, and we will leave with the glory of battle and renown.
Sir, we've been marching for 6 months. Should we maybe stop by that village to resupply and get some extra help?
Kill him.
What?
For saying such blasphemous things. We are Caspians. We will march into the battle. You are 6 months rested without any sort of quarry. You have gone long enough without battle. I'm sure you are anxious. You're shaking for the ability to rip a monster's head off and drink its blood.
Another grabs the man who spoke so instantly and says, "You will find death in battle. We will destroy the beasts of Drakkenheim. Ah! House Jackson! Woo, woo, woo!"
I grab him and I slap him. Hey, pull yourself together, man.
Wait, which one? The one that was cheering or the...
No, the other guy.
Oh.
I'm just gonna pile it on. I'm gonna make an example out of him.
There have been many rumors about Drakkenheim, but I'm sure we're Caspians. They must be over-exaggerated by the regular folk that live here.
Like, I mean, come on. Like, we live amongst the trolls.
Most of the stories I've heard are told around alehouses in Caspia, and we all know the Caspians have a knack for embellishing their stories, so I'm sure it can't be that bad.
The tough man shakes his head and he says, "This is one of the soldiers of the house, a young man named Demos," and he says, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Lord Jackson. It's just that this is my first assignment, and I'm just wondering, what's the plan, sir? What are we gonna do now?"
It's simple. We march into Drakkenheim. We take things that look shiny and nice, and we bring it back for my father and for the glory of House Jackson.
Another one of the soldiers, a brave Caspian veteran known as Tethys, says, "They will break before our blades, House Jackson!"
Now, Demos,
It's been 6 months of this.
your first assignment is to go scout ahead. Find us an entrance into the city. Bring that guy too, whatever your name is.
You point to one of the other soldiers, and the two of them say, one of them looks up and says, "Sir, I think this road leads directly to the city. If I'm not mistaken, this is the temple road that leads directly towards Drakkenheim's temple gate."
Excellent. You've been promoted, recruit. You are now Lieutenant. What's your name?
Mimis, sir.
Mimis. Excellent work, Mimis. You have found the road to Drakkenheim. You'll get a medal for this.
Hooray! Yay! And everyone's like, Mimis, the finder of the way.
If you can survive. Onward! And I rear back and I pose for a moment, holding my sword in the air, giving it that to create kind of like that shadow, and so like giving you kind of a few seconds to do like a quick sketch, and then I begin trotting slowly towards.
I hold it up.
Nailed it.
So talented.
I have to be quick. He only holds the pose for like 40 seconds. If that.
It's a long time to have a horse rear, just for the record.
Well, no, the horse only reared for a second, but then you stayed there like that, and I had to get the horse first, and then you held the pose for like 40 seconds so that I could get you. But now you're marching off. So
Mimis and Demos leading the column along the road. There in the distance is the city of Drakkenheim. The spires of Castle Draken, sharp like spear points, piercing the octarine clouds above, as the thick mist of the haze engulfs the ancient city. There, far and away, you see the imperial walls, and just the slight glimpse of Temple Gate in the distance, which leads to the inner city, where the greatest prizes are to be held. But before you stretches the sprawl and the spokes, the outer city of Drakkenheim, which has been built up outside the main city walls. This has been a proving ground for countless would-be adventurers, but few have come into Drakkenheim with a force of nearly 300 brave Caspians before.
Ow. We will breach the gates. We will find a place to rest, and we will set up camp within the walls of Drakkenheim. And that is where we will set up our forward occupational post to then delve further in. It is simple strategy.
makes sense to me, sir.
Yeah.
I'm calling this chapter The Horrors of Drakkenheim.
How do you know they're horrors?
I just assume based on the story. I mean, we want it to sound big, even if we just fight a few. I've heard stories of, I don't know, rats and birds. Shouldn't be much of a problem, but I'll embellish.
Yeah, I need you to, because it doesn't sound like rats and birds are going to be much of a challenge for my great army that my dad gave me.
No, there have been other expeditions into the city that have failed, but those were Westamarian forces. They were not Caspians.
Yeah.
And just to remind the soldiers that if they do come across delirium, it is valuable, so although it is a shiny rock, they shouldn't touch it. Just tell me about it so I can extract it properly. Please.
I don't know if I have that kind of control over my men. They might just grab shiny
But
things.
you are! They're directing this mission.
Yeah, but I kind of want to grab the shiny things too. And who am I to tell people not to do things that I want to do?
If you see purple shiny rocks there, and like off in the distance, there's like, you can barely make out what I'm saying. They're like, pick up the purple shiny. Make sure not to pick up the purple shiny. And it's like,
Especially
broken
not with your
telephoning.
bare hands, please.
Don't do what the wizard said not to do.
Thank you.
confusion.
We set out a nice air of confusion before we enter the horrible gates of Drakkenheim.
Well,
Everyone's on the same page, right? All right, let's keep going. Love the attitude. You're getting a promotion too.
all the Caspian soldiers that are with you are making a ton of noise as the group marches into the outskirts of Drakkenheim. As you head down the main thoroughfare, very quickly the terrain and the broken streets become very difficult to manage. And I'll have you all roll me a d6.
3.
Oh.
1.
Okay.
Great.
Pluto Jackson, tell me about your horse.
It is a fine steed.
What's its name?
Its name is Clip Clop.
How long have you had it?
17 years.
Are you best friends?
Yeah, it's really old. I think that's old for horses, right? 17 years? Yeah, he has no business going on 6 months.
Do you love him?
Huge bond. Yeah, really connected. Really super connected to this horse.
What was its name again?
Clip Clop.
Right.
Yeah. And learned how to ride on him. Was given to me by my father for my 4th birthday.
You named him based on the sound.
Yeah. I could hear him he would sleep in my room with me, and so a lot of the times when I could hear him coming up the stairs, it would just be making this clip clop sound. Yeah.
As you stride into the ruins of Drakkenheim, you spy from your horse. Ahead of you on the streets is the bloated corpse of a dead horse. And as you approach, the sight of the dead horse startles Clip-Clop, who rears backwards suddenly.
I'm not ready for this.
And I need a dexterity saving throw. Or an animal handling check.
Oh, I'm great at animal handling. I get a 13.
On animal handling?
Yeah.
Okay. Clip-Clop rears backwards. And you try to hold yourself in the saddle, but the horse shakes you off, and you fall backwards onto the ground, and Clip-Clop races into the ruins ahead of you.
Men, after him! He is more valuable than all of you combined!
Disappearing into the mists, as several of the men pull you to your feet.
Dust me off. Thank you. Now, I'm not going to mince words. I care more about that horse than any of you. Not you, and especially not you.
I'm writing this down, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did you bring it with you then?
I mean, we were going to what was labeled as the most dangerous city in the world, and
Because I have attachment issues, okay? And the reality is that 6 months without this horse, I might as well not even go. But a king's ransom to whoever brings me that horse back. In other words, you won't go to jail if I get my horse back. Otherwise, you're all going to jail. Now, give me that horse back.
As you proceed, one of the soldiers says, "Oh, what about this horse, sir?
I can't ride that." That's what got us into this problem in the first place. What's going on with this?
One of the other soldiers, you hear two of the soldiers saying about how apparently there's this dead horse of Drakkenheim, and so as you ride by, you notice several of the Caspian soldiers kicking the dead horse for luck.
why are they kicking the horse, sir?
What do you call it? Superstition.
Should we be kicking the horse?
No. We're above superstition. You have magic.
I think you should kick the horse.
Yes, I don't believe in those things, but I think you should, Pluto.
I mean, maybe you wouldn't have lost your horse if you had just kicked the horse.
Well, I can't kick a horse when I'm on a horse. That's like a hat in a hat.
You could have gotten the horse to kick the horse, and then the horse would have had good luck.
Well, we're way beyond shouldas. Aren't we, Gemini?
Way beyond should'ves. Writing that down as well.
I kicked the horse.
Okay.
And but I have to double back to kick the horse to then make it back up to the front of the column.
The column, with Clip-Clop having raced into the mists ahead, you and several of your colleagues, along with Galatea and Gemini, push forward into the mist, following along, hearing the distant echoing clip-clops of Clip-Clop.
I can hear him. He's close.
Is anyone finding it harder to breathe in here?
It's
You can feel the haze sinking over you, and as you move into the ruins of Drakkenheim, you spot the opalescent pearls of octarine dust hanging in the mist, and you can feel the radiating presence that, just for your first time entering in the city, that smell of ozone, and the feeling that something in the back of your mind and in your body slowly, almost like there's a slow accumulation of poison just in your body just by being here, but something different than poison. something that corrupts and contaminates at the core.
I look over at one of my soldiers. You, what's your name?
Galees, sir.
Galees, come here. See this thing? This weird thing?
I see weird things everywhere, sir.
Yeah. And I'm gonna point to one of like the rocks, delirium. I go, be curious. Touch stuff. Check it out. Hold things. You know, you never get a chance to come here. Why don't you know, this is for everybody. This is for everybody listening. Just like, look around. Check things out. You know, you don't get a lot of chances to explore places like this. So be really curious. I wanna know that you guys have experienced something in a different land. So like, touch it, taste it, smell it. You know, we might not be here for very long. And I want to let that be the message to the men.
I told him not to touch the rocks.
We were.
The Galees goes up to one of the small clusters, just small slivers of delirium shards that are there, and he reaches out to touch.
That's it. Yeah.
The shard.
And I continue.
He pulls out a bit of a chisel and he tries to like break it free of the rock of the building, and the small crystal falls into his hand, and as it does so, he looks at it. And as the crystal sinks, lands on his bare palm, suddenly the blood vessels around the crystal starts turning black. As the crystal is sinking into his hand, and he screams, "Ah!" He takes some damage and gains some contamination levels. So all of you can roll me a d6 to see if he contaminates.
3.
2.
4.
Okay. Galatea, roll me a d20.
Whoa. 13.
Okay. As the man holds onto the delirium crystal, he screams and screeches from touching it. And as he does so, he looks down onto the crystal, and he screams because it's almost like embedded partially into his flesh, and he goes to try to pull it out of his hand, and as he does so, the blackened octarine veins going up his body reach up into his face, and you hear the sound of his skull cracking as his skull starts to reshape itself and his eyes merge together into one single eye, and a solid beam of prismatic light starts shooting out from it as he screams, "Ah! Ah!" And the beam of light swings down and hits 6 other Caspians. And they get hit by the beam and they scream with the burns. And it's a bunch of chaos happening. Pluto, what do you do?
Gloves, everyone, gloves. I'm gonna want to see safety gloves going forward. Really important that we follow
As you're saying this, like the man is screaming as he continues to mutate. Roll me another d20.
2. Gemini, can you deal with this?
He starts screaming, and his tongue bloats, rots, and falls out, and he can't actually scream anymore as his vocal cords. You can see the contamination is rotting away his throat, but he's still shooting beams out, and another 5 people are hit by these beams and wounded grievously.
On Pluto's command, I run up and just stab the man in the throat.
He dies.
Nobody touch the purple rocks.
Yeah, so, we want to keep, gloves on. Keep your gloves on. Helmets on.
Lord Jackson, we've got 10 wounded back here. They're very badly burned.
Okay, get them to the back of the line. We're going to get them some medical treatment.
Does anybody have any potions?
No.
Where
They said, like, moving the healing potions under your clothes.
No. Take them from the back of the line.
Yeah. You just get them to the back of the line. They won't be on the front. Unfortunate.
Now listen, Pluto, I'm all for experimentation, especially delirium. I'm very curious as I'm writing down the symptoms of what happened. Horrified, but very curious. It's just, we cannot really replicate if they're just going to go randomly grab the delirium, so I'd rather do it in a little bit more of a, confined space if we're going to really just hand people delirium. Is that okay?
Yes. From now on, please call out delirium. If you find any, we want to conserve it and take it. So please let Galtia know when you find some, and we'll make sure to collect it. So just mark it.
And
flag it.
If you do touch it and you have symptoms, please tell me what they are so I can record them. Yes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
preferably not. Let's just collect
We
it.
also saw what happened to Cyclops over here, so you want to avoid that.
If you start to transform, we will take care of you. I say, standing over the dead body,
And cleaning your sword.
cleaning my blade. You will be taken care of quickly and efficiently by Pluto Jackson and the rest of us.
We would not let you suffer. Long.
All right, let's keep moving.
As you keep moving, Demos.
Do we have a count? How many are we down to? How many?
One actual death, but 11 were wounded by the I-beams. Not killed.
What do the I-beam damage look like? Is it just like a sunburn, like a really bad sunburn?
It's really nasty. They're blistering. One guy was right in the head. Yeah,
Okay.
nose is kind of melted. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not pretty. But as you proceed along the street, eventually Demos calls out, "My lord, Jackson! I think I hear the clip-clops of Clip-Clop."
Do my ears deceive me?
Perception checks.
All of us? 15.
5.
11.
Galatea, you hear it. But it is not the prancing, jovial clip-clop of Clip-Clop, but rather a slow, trudging trot as the horse stumbles forward out of the mist. As the horse comes forward, it appears like it is sick or perhaps wounded as it moves with a bit of a limp.
I run to him.
Okay.
No, Pluto!
Clip-clop!
As Pluto runs towards Clip-Clop,
Going to embrace.
two of the soldiers come forward with you as well.
Help me, you fools!
And Clip-Clop sees you, and as you just get close to Clip-Clop, the majestic horse faints and falls over. One of its limbs snapping as it falls. It is making a strange gurgling noise. You can see that it is breathing heavily.
Water!
Pluto, I don't think water is going to help in this situation.
Who did this to you, Clip-clop?
I gesture at the general.
Was it the Cyclops? I'll kill him. I'll kill him again.
As you give, the horse does not drink the water. Instead, you see there is something rippling underneath the flesh of Clip-Clop's stomach.
I would back up.
Clip-clop, are you pregnant?
It resembles almost like a mouse running underneath a carpet of the skin of the horse. Then several more. Then
Clip-clop, are you sick?
You see almost like something that is pushing against the flesh of underneath the rib cage of Clip-Clop. The horse whines and whinnies in pain.
I summon my veterinarian to the front.
Yeah. You have a veterinarian known as Tethys, and Tethys, who
Emergency
really
surgery,
isn't a
Tethys.
veterinarian. Really, Tethys is just the general animal handler of the column, and Tethys comes forward, and
Save him, Tethys.
here's Clip Clop. Put yourselves on at the forefront there.
And then here's
Some people
Tethys.
Yeah, put them a bit further back.
here.
Yeah, the other soldiers. A little bit further back, but we'll bring Tethys forward.
got him?
Tethys can be right here. Or do you have a good Tethys? Yeah, I have a good Tethys there. There's Tethys.
And Tethys says, Tethys looks at the horse and says, it must have picked up some kind of parasite. I'll see what I can do. And Tethys pulls out a knife.
Yeah.
And says, Lord Jackson, you'll need to hold down Clip Clop.
Yeah.
Right. And he calls over 2 other men to help you hold the horse
Yeah, and
down.
I kind of put like I kind of put my cape on top of his head to kind of like shield him, and I'm just like kind of soothing Clip Clop.
And as he takes the blade, the scalpel blade, and starts pushing it towards the horse's flesh, there is a sudden sound of splintering flesh and cracking bone, like a lightning bolt. What is your passive perception, Blue?
It's actually not so bad. It's 20.
Okay. You see this happening, but your men do not. Quite suddenly, as you go to hold Clip Clop down, the horse rears up, almost trying to spin on its back. And it's suddenly, as the blade comes towards the torso of the horse from Tethys, Clip Clop's stomach suddenly splits open, sending a spray of intestines and organs spilling out onto the street. Suddenly, long, spindly, arachnid-like legs sprout from Clip Clop's torso as its stomach opens into a maw filled with sharp, jagged teeth formed from the splayed ribcage of the beast. And as the arachnid limbs split up out of the horse, one goes right for Tethys and impales Tethys straight through the head. Tethys, no! As the horrific creature springs to its feet to attack.
Oh my god.
Okay. What are your passive perceptions?
13.
Okay. Both of you are surprised. Pluto is not, but all the other soldiers are. Roll for initiative.
Ooh, I get a 17.
Okay.
4.
Galatea gets a 4.
21.
21 for Gemini. Okay, and the Bojack gets an 18. The arachnid limbs breaking out of Clip Clop's body hold the horse's corpse hanging in the air upside down as the legs begin skittering about with intense speed, the intestines of Clip Clop flopping around its maw like a sickly tongue. Clip Clop's head dangles lifelessly, but its mouth gashes and begins vomiting an acidic bile. Clip Clop
What is this? What have you done?
springs to
City?
its feet and sprays a corrosive mucus upon you, Pluto, getting a 22 to hit.
That is.
Okay, you take 14 acid damage,
Ah!
and you are burning for 2d4 acid.
Ah!
And while you're burning in this way, your AC is 10 plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh no!
So what does that make your AC?
11.
Okay. And with that, the creature sends another limb out to slash at your AC of 10.
11.
Okay, so I get a 12 to hit,
That it?
which is a hit, for 18 piercing damage. And
Clap.
so now, in addition to burning, you are also bleeding.
Ah!
And while you're bleeding, you are also slowed. So your speed is halved, and at the start of each of your turns until you are healed or you put the fire out, put the acid out, you're going to be taking 2d6 plus 2d4 damage. And with that, Clip Clop skitters, uses their bonus action to use their predatory cunning to disengage, and then they go up the wall
Oh my god!
of the building. Climbing up the wall. Pluto, it is your turn.
I fall to my knees. Clap!
And you're bleeding from the wound, and the acid is like,
filling the wound.
yeah.
I forgive you. And I'm going to use my action to not be burning.
Okay.
I can do that.
Yep. So you clean the acid off, but you're still gonna take the bleeding damage.
Okay.
So you take 5 bleeding damage.
And does it count for healing? Does it count if I used my second wind?
Yes, it would.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to second wind
Okay.
to try to stop the bleeding, because that hurts. But more emotionally, because this is my childhood horse that just
Yeah.
vomited acid on me. and
So
its lifeless
because you've
corpse.
ended the bleeding and the burning, you are no longer slowed, and you are also no longer your AC is no longer reduced.
You're back to normal.
Back to normal.
Oh, okay. Subdue my horse. It's on the roof somehow.
Okay.
Come.
So
Get down here.
Gemini, you're no longer surprised, but it's not your turn yet. Now, Galatea, you're surprised, so we go back to the top of the round with Gemini, who is no longer surprised, but can act normally.
So I'm going to cast Hex on the Bojack. Can I see the Bojack?
Yeah, you'd have to move a little bit out, yeah. Okay, so that crater there is actually filled with a fair amount of water
Okay, well,
from recent rain.
nah.
That could be just
You
a
step down, give me a perception check.
16.
You notice that in the pooled water of the crater, there's a lot of like luminescent eggs and tadpoles and something moving underneath the water.
I don't like that. I think your horse laid eggs, Pluto.
Not again. This was just like that last summer.
So I hex the Bojack, and I'm just going to start Eldritch Blasting it.
Okay, go for it.
How many Eldritch Blasts did I get? 2. So that's going to be 13 to hit,
It's a miss.
and 22 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. That's going to be 8.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 damage. And gonna move back a little bit next. Soldiers, protect me.
Stand beside me.
Okay. The Bojack, chittering and clicking along, running along the walls.
Oh my god. It's horror.
As it
It's
leaps
absolute
across
horror.
the building.
So is it going this way?
Yeah, it's going that way, and it fires acidic spittle towards Gemini, getting an 18 to hit.
Shield.
Okay.
No.
As you cast shield, the Bojack just kind of runs by, and as it runs by, another limb comes down from the rooftop onto one of the Caspian soldiers and just rips its head off.
Somebody get that horse!
Sir, we didn't bring any crossbows. We have no ranged weapons, sir.
Then throw your swords! Do something!
Pluto, it's your turn.
Do something except give me excuses! And I'm going to throw my javelins at Clip Clop.
Okay.
Do I see the eggs?
Yeah, you kind of noticed that, but you're more focused on Clip Clop right now.
Okay, I'm gonna throw javelins.
Mm-hmm.
I get like an 11.
That's a miss.
And, 23.
That'll go through.
Okay, Huh! 12 damage.
Okay.
Hoo-sha!
Yeah, whatever the spider limbs inhabiting Clip-Clop's body don't feel the pain, but Clip-Clop feels the pain.
Why would you say that? I'm so sorry, Clip-Clop! I don't know what you are, but you're not what I loved once. And I'm going to try to close the distance with Clip-Clop.
Okay.
And I'm sort of like barking orders to my men following Clip-Clop along, like, there he is, get him, get him!
Okay.
Throw stones.
All right, Pluto, as you run past the crater, a creature emerges from the pool. It is a frog-like creature with sharp spines down its back and a large segmented mouth that bisects its face. It has insect-like pincers that drip and gnash as it huddles around the translucent octarine eggs that throb and writhe with contaminated energy. It holds one of the throbbing orbs in its webbed hand, and as you run by, it throws it at you.
Excuse me?
Getting a 22 to hit.
Ow!
You take 6 bludgeoning damage. If the target is a creature, the egg sticks to the target's body and begins melding with your flesh on the back of your neck.
Hey,
You or another creature within 5 feet of you to spend an action to remove the eggs. But if you finish your next turn and the eggs are still attached to you, something bad's gonna happen.
I've never been a fan of eggs, especially on my neck. Usually I like them in an omelet, so that's good to know. This is all good.
And after it does that, it's going to take its eggs and it's going to leap up onto the roof. Like just frog leap, boing.
Oh my gosh! Kill it! Kill that thing too! Kill everything! Why are you all standing there? Do something!
It's a common sense.
Galatea, it is your turn.
So, sorry, the egg needs to be removed from the back of your neck before your next turn?
Before the end of his next turn.
For your end of your next turn, okay.
You can see me like trying to like grab it. What's that? What's it doing? What's the color is it?
And
Why
is
is it sticky?
Is it my action?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to... Okay, well, I'm going to activate my blade song,
Okay.
first and foremost. That way my blade starts to glow, and I'm like, I am going to run up to Pluto, and I will take the egg off of your neck, and I just say, come on, Pluto!
As you pull the egg off, it's burning and acidic, so both you and Pluto take 11 points of acid damage.
Oh.
And I go, ah! Don't let that thing touch you, and do what you do best as Caspian Prince. Destroy them.
Destroy it. Yes, absolutely.
Kill your childhood horse.
Can I kill the frog?
Okay.
And I will send, and I call to Orion, my familiar, and I send it after the horse, and I say, help! And I look at you and I say, get it, Pluto.
Gemini, it's your turn.
I'm gonna keep blasting.
So I started blasting.
I mean, right now I can't really get up to them very well, so
Can you get help though on it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you use
Yeah,
that
yeah.
if you want to use the help?
Can use the help?
that's gonna be a 25 and a 21.
Both
to
hit?
hit.
Nice.
21 damage.
Total? Okay.
Yeah.
It screeches. Okay. It is not too happy about that.
I am gonna give I'll give Pluto inspiration. Pluto! Kill your horse!
Okay.
Okay.
Do it!
I'm trying.
Do it now!
I have an egg on my neck.
It races down the building, chittering as it goes along, and it's going to shoot acid at Pluto again.
Hey.
Only getting a 10 to hit on the first one, and then it shoots again, getting a 20.
20 hits.
Alrighty, so that is going to be, once again, the acid shot is 14 acid damage, and you're burning for 2d4, and then it continues.
Ah!
Pluto, it's your turn.
So I'm taking acid damage now or at the end of my turn?
We're gonna try burning this time because we've had some cool feedback from some of our backers. So might be cool to see how burning works if it happens at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But you have an egg and you have acid.
No, the
My
egg
egg
was
is
pulled
gone.
off.
Oh, the egg was
Galaxy
pulled
pulled
off.
the egg
You-
off.
thank you.
You de-egged.
I de-egged.
I was de-egged. De-wormed, de-egged.
But yeah, now you're burning again.
I'm gonna keep hucking javelins at
Okay.
this at my horse.
Okay.
It's the saddest thing. Yeah. I got a 20 to hit,
Okay, it's a hit.
and I'm gonna use
You have your inspiration as well, if you need it.
and I do. Ugh. Does a 15 hit?
Just hits.
Then I'm gonna throw. So I throw 2 javelins, and I want to use. Yes, please. So 23 damage, but an additional 8 damage, and the next attack against it has advantage.
Okay, it is bloodied. But at the end of your turn, you're gonna take 8 acid damage.
Oh, max damage.
Yep.
Ah!
Okay. The lob frog, seeing you covered in acid again, it's gonna throw another egg at you.
Hey!
Throws another egg at you, which
Is my AC like 11?
your
again?
AC is 11 right now.
Great.
Yeah. So it gets, it would have missed, but it hit now.
Is it,
I'm
like,
still
pulling at your
throwing, and I
armor?
get hit again in the
Yeah.
back of the
Yeah.
neck, like the
Yeah.
same spot.
Yep. Another egg attached to you, and then the lob frog is actually pretty happy up there. It's pretty safe. Yep. So Galatea, we're over to you.
It thinks it's safe. And I turn around and I'm like, no more eggs from you. And I fireball it.
You're just gonna fireball it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired of touching these disgusting eggs. And yeah, I'm gonna fireball it.
I actually gets an 18 on its saving throw.
Oh, okay, it's okay.
It like
Still-
leaps, it jumps up as the fireball hits the building.
Friggin' thing.
5, 6, 7, and 1 more. Alright, let's see. 34.
So half 34 is 17 because it made it safe. Okay, it still is singed by that, but it manages to leap up, holding its eggs as it leaps out of the way of the fireball.
And then I'm going to shift just slightly out of its way, and then again send my familiar across to the
Okay,
Bojack.
Gemini, we're over to
And
you.
Gemini, help.
I'm gonna.
And you also have advantage on your first attack against it.
Yeah, so
from
you got
the
advantage on
tracking
both your
tricks.
attacks.
All right.
Yeah,
First blast is going to be a 15.
exactly what you needed.
Second blast is going to be a 20. And then that's going to be 19 damage.
Okay. It's very badly wounded, but not quite killed yet. It's anything else?
No, I'm happy where I am, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna back into this alleyway.
Okay. So the Bojack is gonna climb down. Seeing that you're burning, Pluto, it's gonna come with both of its limbs, and it just goes rears up.
Oh no! Oh this might kill me.
Oh.
The first hit is only a 12 to hit,
That hits.
so that is going to be 18 piercing damage.
Ow!
You still up?
Yep.
You're bleeding.
You're bleeding 2d6. And then it's going to turn around to Gemini and spray acid at Gemini, getting a 20 to hit.
Shield.
Okay.
Oh, we're already running on those spell slots. Oh no.
Okay. Then it holds up its position there. So Pluto, we're over to you.
Pluto, I just want to be clear. You're burning.
You're burning.
bleeding, and you have an egg stuck to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can end maybe one of those. Choose wisely, I guess.
How many hit points you got?
12.
Okay, well, so you could survive.
Oh my god.
How's that action surge looking there, buddy?
Ready and willing. So what happens at the start of my turn?
Nothing yet. It's all at the end of your turn.
I mean, if
So
nothing's happening,
whichever of these things
go
is
for
still
it.
on, so if you're bleeding at the end of your turn, you're going to take 2d6 damage. If you're burning at the end of your turn, you're going to take 2d4 damage. And if the egg is still on you at the end of your turn, you
Mystery.
are then something worse is going to happen.
Mystery prize?
Damage
mystery
is just
prize.
damage, but the mystery could be anything.
It can be
It
damage.
could even be damage.
It could be worse than damage.
Well, Pat, you give me a lot to think about, but I'm gonna have to take the mystery box. No, I don't want that. I ripped the egg off.
Okay. So ripping
Can I-
the egg off
Can I
does.
use something else to rip the egg off? Can I use like my sword to like avoid the damage?
You pry the melding egg out of your neck with a sword. Yeah. Why
Yeah,
not?
because taking the egg
Your
out,
javelin.
you take 3d6 damage by ripping the egg off.
God. Okay.
I mean, you could attack, but then you'd take all the damage.
This duo.
Actually, what would happen?
This
Okay,
duo is-
so if he doesn't attack, just to be clear, so if he just attacked, the disease would activate, but then he would, he could, no, because potentially, if I rolled badly on the damage for the bleeding and everything, you could survive.
Like,
Possible.
but
that
the problem is that combined, I don't think I have enough ways to mitigate the damage. I'm going down, but I'm going down.
you got to choose how you want to go down.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I really don't want to know what that egg does. but the viewers do. You know what?
What would Pluto do? Pluto doesn't know.
Yeah, the viewers.
Yeah.
Pluto yells, "The viewers want to see!" And it's like all the Caspians are screaming in horror.
Yeah. I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
I'm going to stop the burning
Okay.
because the burning is the lower AC,
Yep.
and I'm going to attack the Bojack.
Okay, but you're gonna let the egg stay?
Yeah,
Okay.
for the points. I get an 18.
To hit the Bojack?
Yeah,
Okay. It hits.
kill it. 16 damage,
You slay Clip Clop.
and then I use a bonus action with my quick toss, and I'm going to huck a javelin at the toad.
Okay.
Huh! I get a 15.
To hit the Lob Frog?
Yeah.
That's a hit.
And I get 13 damage.
Okay. The Lob Frog is bloodied.
And my turn ends.
Okay. Your turn ends, so you're still bleeding.
Bleeding.
You take 2 points of bleeding damage. I rolled 2 ones.
That's what we're hoping for.
That balances the max damage I took from burning. So I'm bleeding, but then there's also an egg on my neck.
Okay. The target finishes its next turn, and the eggs are still attached to its body. It gains a disease, and
That was before. It's Caspia. One night out in Caspia, you can get diseases. It's fine. Never one that's gonna be thrown at me,
Okay.
but like, here we go.
So with
you know?
with the disease,
New city.
okay. With the disease, you are sickened, which means you have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws.
That's not great.
Yeah, it's bad. Okay. Then, octarine boils and sores spread through your body, originating from the egg melded into the creature's flesh. The disease cannot be removed except by magic that removes diseases, such as lesser restoration. After every hour, you must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, which you have a disadvantage on. On a failed save, you gain 1 level of contamination. Contamination gained in this way cannot be removed until the disease ends. And if you suffer a monstrous transformation, the octarine boils and sores burst and your flesh falls away, killing you instantly and turning you into a lob frog.
It's really itchy. My back is like super itchy. Can anyone see what's there?
So,
Is
It looks bad.
How does,
It looks real bad. It's spreading.
oh no. Don't touch him, Gemini, don't touch him. It might spread.
be honest with me. Is it actually that bad?
Sure.
And there's
Quite
like boils-
horrifying.
boils like bubbling.
Yeah.
Quite horrifying.
I didn't
No.
know.
Did I catch what the Bojack had? Did I catch what Club Club had?
I think you caught what that thing has, pointing to the lob frog on the
Oh,
roof.
it's a lob frog's turn. It's gonna lob a lob frog at. You shielded.
I haven't shielded this turn. Wait, did I?
I
Yes,
think
I
you
did. I did.
Yeah, so your AC is like stupid. So I gotta throw something at Galatea.
It's only 23.
Oh, I get a 23.
Shield!
Okay. I should have gone for.
24, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
'cause
19,
you're-
because I'm blade song.
Yeah.
Hey, you would have hit me. Foolish
Okay.
frog.
Foolish frog, Galatea, bring it on home.
Alright, I am going to...
Fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna fireball it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it gonna die anyways?
I think it will die regardless of if it's. It failed its save, so yeah, you blow it up.
Woo! Yes. Many.
Roasted frog legs for all.
Many damages. 29.
I have this cough that I just can't shake right now.
Please cover your mouth,
Blood.
please!
Is there? Did we bring any clerics or paladins? Did we bring any healers? Any Caspian healers? Caspian.
I call up my greatest healer, my greatest Caspian healer to the front lines.
Nobody walks forward.
Oh, sir.
I call it my second greatest.
Sir, it's me.
Oh, not you?
Yes.
Oh. Well,
Can you hear
can you
what's
look at
happening
it?
to him?
Can you just look at it?
Yeah.
Don't touch him. You don't know if it's going to spread.
Okay.
Give it to me straight, Doc.
By the looks of it, you are turning into a monster. You're probably going to die in, give or take, 6 hours.
That is a lot to take in. Can I have a second opinion?
Yes.
Definitely going to die in about 6 hours.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm all that matters now. We don't care about the horse anymore, or saving or killing everybody in here and stealing treasure. The only thing that's important is curing my illness.
There was the town back on the outskirts. We could head back there and see if there's... perhaps one of your men, Gimbals, Chubbs, one of them could be in charge and keep the troops here while we bring you back to fix this egg problem.
All of you can roll me a d6.
3.
6.
2.
Okay. Demos says, but sir, look! And he points down the alleyway. Down the alley is a great cluster of delirium crystals. A treasure, an incredible treasure. And down that alleyway, you can see are several corpses. Glinting in one of the corpses, however, you notice that the bodies are members of the Silver Order. And amongst them, there is a bag that is spilled out that has several vials and scrolls. And Demo says, "We might be in luck. If that's a flamekeeper, maybe they have a medicine pouch. Maybe they have something that can help you. And look at all the treasure, the delirium."
Demos, you son of a gun. I'm promoting you again. You're now
Captain Demos.
Captain Demos, the greatest scout I've ever had. Just those eyes, man. Gonna call you Peeps. You're formerly Demos, now currently known as Peeps.
Captain Peeps.
Come on, Peeps.
It is an honor, sir.
You're gonna get 9 medals from this. As many sores as I have on my back.
Sir, with all that delirium, it could fetch a great prize. Even if we don't have what we need, we'll have more than enough to pay for your healing when we go back to town.
Genius. I'd promote you again, but I can't promote you that often. I have to kind of space out my promotion.
Understood, sir. It is an honor nonetheless.
Come on, you fools! Someone carry my horse.
I don't think we should bring that out of here. Leave it where something might eat it. I want to go through the bag and start like wafting the potions just to see like is there any that I know?
Oh no! You would need to go up to that big
Yes.
delirium crystal and retrieve this bag
Let's
if you
do it.
want any of these things.
Is there any way I can?
Go ahead.
I'll go.
Do we have any healing on us?
I have healing word.
It is down a narrow alley. And what you can see is that although there are many glinting delirium crystals down this alleyway and large clusters, the mist of the haze is especially thick here. You can all give me a perception check.
21.
15.
Ooh, 23.
Pluto and Galatea, you notice there are light strands, not like spider webs, but what you notice instead are in and amongst the clusters of delirium, you can see that there are strange masses of silk cocoons adhered to several of the delirium crystals and the walls here. And what you notice as you approach closer to the crystals is that there are several monstrous caterpillars climbing on the crystals, and they're eating the delirium. And fluttering in and amongst the various crystals, you can see that there is something flying between the crystals as well. And that there are various cocoons also attached on several of the rooftops as you approach.
Well, it might not be as easy as we thought to get you that.
You may want to take a short rest before you proceed.
Yeah, we can set up camp. We have this clean drinking water in this crater.
I can do a tiny hut for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for us plus.
And did you guys want to harvest anything from the lob frog or the
Oh yeah.
Bojack?
Good question. Ooh.
I want to take one of its egg sacs.
Yeah, the lob frog egg sacs?
Yeah, because I wanna study it more. I wanna know what's in me.
I'm gonna be simple and take blood from both of them. Or no, I can only take one. I take Bojack blood.
Bojack blood? Yeah, remember, if you don't know what to take, you can always make potions and scrolls by grabbing things like the skin or the fluids of the creatures.
So I guess I would be taking like an organ, right?
Yeah.
Lob
Yeah.
frog egg sac.
Yeah.
But it's essentially an organ of the lob frog.
I would like to take one of the spindles of
The limbs?
the limbs. Yeah,
Okay, so we'll count that as the Bojack's natural weapon. Yeah.
So now, because an hour has passed, so because we've rested for 1 hour, I have to make a con save.
With disadvantage, yeah.
I get a 17.
Okay, you're good for now.
Woo!
So do we want the tiny hut, or do you think?
The
Yeah.
tiny hut will not protect all 250
No.
people with you.
No,
Just for us three.
It's a high
Just for us.
Yeah, yeah. It's
High
It's a
ranking,
class thing. Yeah. And
Sure.
and Captain Peeps can join us
Okay.
for tea,
Okay.
and we can, and I just to commend him on his.
Sir, I have good news.
What's the good news?
Your boils have only spread through most of your body, but not all of it. It could have been. It
less
looks
than
like you
all.
might actually have longer than 6 hours to live.
That's why you can never trust that first prognosis.
You know, we had to. I have to say, as a bard and writer, I don't usually give medical advice. I just know how to heal people on occasion. The fact you brought me as a healer is a questionable decision, which I am not going to write into your book.
I mean, I think we didn't bring a healer, and you just have the highest. You're also potentially now my animal handler
Oh,
because I lost him in he got killed by the animal that he was helping.
I've been adventuring with you for some time, and I've got to say, I'm constantly astounded at your capabilities to make calls in the field.
Yeah. I think you got to be just ready to wear a lot of hats when you're with me.
I
need a
have
lot of
walked in
things.
on you wearing 17 hats that day that you exclaimed, "Look at me, I'm wearing 17 hats."
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think it's important to you there. What's his name?
That is you
A lower rank.
Triton.
Trident. Scratch my back. These boils are getting itchy.
He scratches your back and like there's goo. He's like, "Sir, I don't know if scratching it's a good idea."
Well then, stop scratching it. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. That did hurt. We must investigate.
Your back. Or something else.
Something else. Those crystals. It's important that we harvest as much treasure from here as we can.
Very well, sir. Why don't you lead the way?
I don't want to anymore.
You don't want to.
I've been, I because of my sores, I feel like I am at a bit of a disadvantage. So, Trident, you've moved on from back scratcher to primary investigator.
Right, sir. This mist here is much thicker than the other mists. I'm not sure, but I'll go into it. And as he
Hold your breath.
tries to hold his breath, and you can see that the contamination here is very thick. It is like the deep haze, being the presence of all these creatures is almost bringing the deep haze into manifestation. And as Triton steps into it, you see like the energy being drained from him as the contamination takes hold, and he passes out from it. He gains a level of contamination, so roll me a d20, someone.
I'll do it. 10.
He sprouts fish-like fins and gills.
Oh no.
And collapses. Because he becomes so contaminated that he can only breathe underwater, and so he can't breathe. And he
Quickly retrieve him, and I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna throw him into the crater of water,
yeah, okay,
and that is where he will live to the end of his days.
I think he's a fish now.
Yeah.
appropriate because his name is Triton. That was rolled randomly too.
And I'm gonna leave him in the pool of water.
The contaminated water.
Breathing in the water, he eventually sees a sewer grate, and he slinks off and he joins the fish folk. That will be the fate of Triton.
Oh my gosh. Well, can one of you use magic to get the bag
How far away is the bag?
from the edge of the haze?
I get ready to Eldritch Blast it.
The bag is far enough away that you would not be able to get close enough to move it with mage hand without exposing yourself to danger.
I cannot.
You cannot or you won't?
Can't or won't?
Those are just, I need you to be very distinct with your
I cannot without causing myself harm, which, of course, Pluto, you would not want.
Well,
Right?
fortunately, as the group of you do get close to examine the situation, you see that one of the fluttering moths that has been flittering between the crystals, it flies down to approach you. It is a large moth with brilliantly patterned wings that glimmer purple and green. The delicate membranes on its wings feature hypnotic shapes that resemble human faces screaming. The creature has a grotesque bat-like face with a curved antenna sprouting from its forehead, ending in a bioluminescent lantern that gives off splashes of prismatic light. Its eyes are a mosaic-like fractal, and delirium dust drifts around it as it flaps about. And as it begins flapping down towards you, you see another one joins it, and the two of you, and the group of you can roll for initiative. What do we got, Pluto?
Can't hurt. 17.
Okay. Gemini?
11.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be maxed out, so I can die. These sores. Ugh, I feel like something's in me. Yeah.
When the egg latched onto you, there was like a tadpole swimming inside of it,
'Kay.
and it's not there anymore.
So the moths
I'm
will
sure it
actually be
fell
the
off.
first one to go.
Yeah.
The first moth flutters down, and as it flutters down, it flaps its wings and releases a cloud of prismatic dust.
Oh.
Of delirium dust. Flap, flappity flap. I need wisdom saving throws from all of you.
Oh.
Is it charmed or no?
This is not a charm effect.
I got a 20.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay.
24.
Okay, you all succeed, but you all do take 7 radiant damage.
Ah.
Then, as it releases the dust, the one beside it is also releasing its dust. So I need another round of saves.
Any of the Caspians dealing
Oh
with
yeah, they're all hypnotized. They're all covered in the dust. Yeah.
it? 23.
19.
Does a 12 make it?
You take 14 radiant damage, and you're now addled, which gives you disadvantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
And we take another 7.
Yeah. Then the two of them begin unleashing their hypnosis from their eyes. I need you all to make intelligence saving throws.
With disadvantage?
Is that what it?
With disadvantage, and actually you both need to make 2 of them. You all need to make 2 of them because there's 2 moths.
And those are charmed? I have advantage
These are
on...
not charmed.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
I got a 9 and a 10.
Okay.
17 and a 6.
Okay.
An 18 and a 16.
You succeed fully. Both of you fail against 1. So the 2 of you are both slowed until you succeed a save.
Oh.
Did you fail 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or did
So-
I just fail the first one and then like...
No, because each failure makes it worse. So,
Of course.
okay, so you failed once. But you failed twice. So, on your first save, failed save, you become slowed until you make a successful save to end it. But if you're already slowed by a Hazewing Moth's flutter, you are instead immobilized. And if you fail another save while you're still immobilized, you will become immobilized and incapacitated. So their hypnotic flutters stack together. Yeah. And they're both flying 30 feet in the air.
Can I talk?
So Pluto, it is your turn. You can talk.
Help!
Okay, you're immobilized, but you can still your speed is just 0.
I mean, huck javelins.
All right, huck those javelins.
I'm gonna at the closest one. I'm gonna throw 2 javelins, a natural 1, and does a 13 hit.
No, the javelins sailed through the cloud of delirium dust.
Well, help! Throw
Okay.
your swordsmen. Throw your sticks. Throw your rations.
They're all probably immobilized.
Okay.
Why aren't you listening to me?
You can make a save against the immobilization with disadvantage.
With my +0. I get an 11.
You are still immobilized. Incidentally, you are also near one of the chrysalises of the Hazewing moths. Those are those 2 things on the rooftops. Do you see them? The purple things on the roofs? Yeah. They're,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So I need you to make a con save, which you also have disadvantage on because of your prior condition.
I get a 17.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
Oh god.
Galatea,
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Okay.
You're also near the chrysalis, so I need a con save.
15.
You succeed. You don't take damage or gain contamination.
Okay.
It's your turn. What do you want to do?
Activate a new blade song,
Okay.
as I do.
That's so
And then I'm going to summon an elemental, but an air elemental.
Okay.
cool.
Because fly. You can fly.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then...
Oh,
Yes, right here. Gotta start punching moths. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, kid. Yeah.
He's dead. He died.
Yeah. That was his fate.
Okay. So I'm gonna. That's it for Galatea, but
Okay.
the elemental goes right after.
Yep, and it's
Okay.
going to punch the wounded moth. Or actually, neither of them have been wounded.
Gonna punch the first moth
Doing
in
well.
front of him. He's gonna fly up, and
I'm leading this expedition.
just.
This is going exactly as we expected.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Get it?
11 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, let's try this again.
Yeah. Just sails through the air.
That's much better. Okay. 26 to hit.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's 12 damage.
Okay.
Air damage.
It's hard air.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything else? Okay. Gemini.
You know, I thought I'd be doing more sword fighting, but here we are, hexing. I'm gonna hex one of them, the one that got punched.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start blasting. Getting a 17 and a 22.
Both hit.
Nice.
19 damage.
Nice.
Very
Very
good.
good. Very good.
Boom. And I'm gonna duck into this alley.
Okay. Well, as you duck into that alley, 2 Hazewing moth caterpillars come up behind you to bite you in the butt. Getting a natural 1 and a 20 to hit.
You know, shield.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And 2 more of the Hazewing moth caterpillars come up to Pluto, who's immobilized,
I might need to stop shielding.
getting a 12 and a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Pluto, you take 5 points of piercing damage
Yeah.
and 10 points of necrotic damage from their mandibles that let them eat through delirium, eat into your flesh.
So it bites right through my armor and just.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gemini, I need you to make a con save because you're in the aura of the chrysalis.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Con save. We're gonna get 21.
You're good. So the chrysalises do have a turn. They are creatures, but the only action they can take is harden, which allows them to regain hit points. They haven't taken any damage though, so they gain temporary hit points instead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So my chrysalises all gain 20 temporary hit points. And they're emitting this deep haze aura. So you might want to do something about them.
I can't move. And I'm also charmed.
Pluto,
Okay.
do something. Pluto,
All right.
lead us.
The moths.
Oh,
Okay.
you're gonna get got.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the moths flutter. So the first moth flutters, and I need, again, saves against the flutter.
Am I out of the area?
No.
Oh, it goes.
No.
It rounds corners and such.
I mean, it's kind of in the air, and I'm gonna say it flies closer to Pluto as it does so.
Does having an air elemental in front of them help at all?
The air elemental will get an opportunity attack.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And is this intelligence?
Oh,
Yeah.
E-crit.
Oh, you
Crit?
Yeah.
Crit it. Okay.
I think that's the other one that wasn't injured though. That's
Yeah.
trying to fly
yeah.
up.
Okay. It flies up. It's fluttering. Int saves all around.
I got a 5.
Okay.
Well, do we want to see the crit damage?
Yeah.
9.
Okay.
9. Okay.
Wait, no. 10,
10. Okay.
8, 18, 19. Sorry, 19.
It's wounded by that, but not enough to kill it. So you got Pluto. You are immobilized and incapacitated.
Tell me more.
Okay. Until you make a successful save, you're just immobilized and incapacitated. Okay. And then the moth flies down to you,
Uh-oh.
and its tongue comes out and goes in your ear and starts drinking your personality.
Oh, did you fail your save?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
I roll basically everything. I have 6 ability scores. I roll 4 of them with disadvantage.
It gets an 18 to hit.
It misses.
Okay. You can't get through your helmet. The tongue is like trying to get through your helmet. Yeah.
I'm freaking out, but I can't move.
How did you two do in your saves?
Just one save?
Yeah.
Is it? 15.
You're good.
25.
You're good. Okay. The other moth is also going to flippity flappity. It flippity flappities, so I need saves all around. It doesn't matter for you anymore, because, it doesn't.
Intelligence save?
Yeah.
15.
29.
Okay, we're both good. So it's also going to just flutter down to Pluto and try to drink his brain.
Is that another opportunity attack?
It only gets one.
It's a reaction.
I get a 20 to hit.
Oh, right.
Can I, in this moment, can I use lucky?
Yeah, you can force me to re-roll it with lucky.
Yeah.
I rolled even higher.
Oh.
Well, that's not great. So it's gonna drink my personality.
Yeah, you take 14 psychic damage,
Uh-oh.
and if you are incapacitated, which you are,
I am.
your intelligence score is reduced by 1d4. So you lose 2 points of intelligence as the moth drinks your intellect and memories. So, you know that whole story that you were telling earlier? This is why you forgot the stories.
Oh my gosh.
My intelligence. So the reason why I am the way I am is this moth drank me.
Drank from your brain.
It stuck its long tongue in my ear and sucked me like a flower. Ugh. I don't know what else it got. It got some literacy skills. It got some math. I'm
Why
pretty
couldn't
sure.
it have taken my childhood trauma?
Yeah, wait, Pluto. One horse. What childhood horse? You don't even remember Clip Clop.
Yeah, if it took the memories of Clip Clop, that's actually a win. That's a win for me. That's better than any therapy I could ever afford.
Turns out, yeah, these are it's like just drink your trauma away.
Okay, so Pluto, you're immobilized and incapacitated, so you can just give me one intelligence save to end that.
And I now have another negative. I have now a -1 to my intelligence save, which is great. That's great. That happened. And I get a 2. I get a 2. I forgot it's a -1, so it's a 2 now. So I get a 2.
Okay, but you can make a save to end the addling, which is giving you disadvantage. So you roll the save with disadvantage. It's a wisdom save, though.
Hooah! I get a 9.
Okay. So yeah, you're addled, immobilized, and incapacitated by these moths who are just drinking. They're just drinking your brain.
What is this place? What is this place?
Galatea, we're over to you.
Have they flown down to try to get Pluto?
Yeah, because they're trying to drink him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I am going.
They're succeeding.
Their tongues are like straws, and your brain is like a pina colada.
And they're both on either side of me sharing.
Do you like pina colada? Like it's playing. Is there like the two moths look into each other's eyes? There's like this beautiful slow motion love scene, and then it's just Pluto there being like,
you know, like Lady and the Tramp, where they were having spaghetti in an alley.
They slowly get closer and closer. And are they gonna kiss?
Yeah, we're in an alley, but it's 2 moths.
They're gonna kiss inside of my brain.
Yeah.
Their tongues are gonna touch, and that's when I know it's gone.
They fall in love. This is a love story,
Just Annabella
Pluto.
noticed.
You just happen to be the meal winner.
Well, no, their children are all that. They're rekindling their love.
Yeah.
They nice.
Yeah.
Even though they're gross, disgusting insects.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
The scene is set.
I hope.
Pluto's not doing well.
Can I still talk? No. If I can't take actions or
I mean, you're starting to lose core parts of your vocabulary. I think you forgot the word "the."
Me help now, please.
Well, at least he remembers his manners, and I cast Steel Wind Strike on the moths.
Okay.
So I need to hopefully hit them with an attack. Let's see. 11 on one.
Okay. It's a miss.
And 19 on the other.
Okay.
So that is.
Yep.
6 D10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Getting picked
Nice.
on.
You can also target the caterpillars as well.
Can I reach them? Oh yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I can do up to 5.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. So
Could you
Are
also
there
do a
fi-
chrysalis?
I don't think it's
Or-
in. Within
There is
range.
1 chrysalis in range, so you could do
Oh.
1 chrysalis and 2 caterpillars.
Okay.
In
Yes,
addition
I
to
will
the
do
others.
that. Chrysalids,
Save me.
11. for the chrysalids.
Yeah, the chrysalis, that's a miss.
And then 2 more. 16.
Against the caterpillar,
Yeah.
it's a hit.
And 12.
That actually does hit the caterpillar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want me to roll once and then it does the same damage, or do you want me to roll?
Yeah.
Okay. 39.
That kills the wounded moth, both the caterpillars that
Nice.
you target. Yeah.
Just the wind picks up and.
That's like such a samurai moment. It's just like, whoosh, and then you sheath the blade, and then like they all like cut in half.
Cool.
Yeah. There's your anime moment.
Yay!
Yay!
And you just see me crouched on the ground. That's all you see. It's
Yeah,
just me
the
go-
blade behind you. Sheath the blade. They split in half. Yeah.
So that is my Galatia's turn, and then I turn to the air elemental and I say, finish the job. And he walks over to the moth, and we'll try to.
You missed that. The unwounded moth wasn't hit though, with the steel wind strike. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't he take a little bit of damage?
He's
He got
taken a
crit
little,
by,
by the
the
elemental, but not destroyed by it. Yeah.
Elemental. Just trying to
So
get
that's,
everybody in. There we go.
26 to hit.
It's a hit.
And I'll do another one. And that is a 22 to hit.
Both hit.
Nice.
Okay, so first, 16 damage on the one, and
Ooh.
then 13 damage on the other.
Okay, so
Nice.
29 total. Okay.
Very good.
Alrighty, it is bloodied.
All right.
Gemini.
There are 2 caterpillars biting me. So.
Yes, they are. There are 2 caterpillars biting you.
So I'm going to turn and draw my blade and start attacking.
Nice.
So I attack the first one, getting a 28 to hit.
That's a hit.
Oh, wait. Can you do your hex? Can you move your hex?
Oh yeah, I move my hex.
Undo it. Yep.
And I'm going to use a blade flourish. So that's actually going to be 18 damage.
Okay, that does not kill it.
All right, my AC goes up by 8.
Oh.
Nice.
And then I'm going to attack it again, getting an 18 to hit.
Can you do less than 10 damage?
No. Wait,
It's-
yeah, no.
It's killed.
Nice.
So I kill one of them. My AC is now good. And then I'm going to... Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah, great.
Nicely done. So I only have 1 caterpillar left, so it's going to try to bite you, but it's futile because your AC is like cranked right now. But I
26.
and the chrysalises, they both harden, but they can't. I rolled really well for their first hardening, so they just have a boatload of temporary hit points. So the last moth, we go back to the top with its turn, and it's going to drink Pluto some more,
Oh.
getting a 20 to hit.
That hits?
Can
That's
I,
gonna be-
use my reaction to silvery barbs?
Oh, sure. That turns it into a miss.
Yeah.
No more memory drinking.
Yes, an advantage on any saving throw you need. Or, well, I don't know if that cancels
I
any
really
disadvantage out, but.
need that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, we should have been silvery barbsing you. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, that would have really helped. Yeah.
We've been shielding ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. We're,
Yeah.
I'm fine. Like I'm
Okay.
doing well.
Well, it's
I have a
kind of
growth on my back.
What it will do then is we'll go to Pluto, who is horribly incapacitated, but you can roll some saves.
Okay, here we go. Never been so excited. So,
So you can roll your first save against being addled.
okay, and I can use my silvery barbs to negate the disadvantage.
Yep.
And it's wisdom?
Yep.
Hua! I get a 10. 11.
You are still addled.
I'm
Oh,
still
wait.
addled.
Nope, you're not. Yeah, you're no
Silvery
longer
barbs.
addled.
I mean, yeah, huge.
Yep.
Addled, way to go. And then now what?
Now you can make another save, intelligence, but without disadvantage against being immobilized and incapacitated.
Because you're not addled anymore, so you don't have disadvantage.
I mean, I only have a -1. So I get an Indomitable. And I get a 10. That chick.
Galaxia.
I'm going to use my regular blade. Well, actually, sorry. I'm gonna cast a cantrip, which is gonna be booming blade.
Nice.
Actually, is there another monster around beside within 5 feet of the moth?
Your elemental.
Oh no, okay, no. So I will use booming blade, which is 13 to hit
It's a hit. Oh, against the moth?
on the moth.
No, that's a miss.
Okay, and then and then a regular hit. 17 to hit.
That is gonna go through. Yes.
Nice.
7 damage.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Just your air elemental?
Yep. 15 to hit.
You're good.
Okay, and then second,
Go for it.
18 to hit.
Both hits. Give me the damage.
Nice.
Think this might be doing it in.
13 damage.
Okay.
11 damage.
Not quite.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, it takes a battering, but it's still a hardy little moth. It is. Gemini.
There's another caterpillar that I'm fighting, so I'm
Yep.
gonna keep going with that. I get a 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm going to use another blade flourish, and I'm gonna move my hex.
Nice.
That's only 9 damage. I thought I was gonna kill it. And my AC only goes up by 2. I'm gonna attack it again, getting a 22 to hit for an additional 7 damage.
Okay, it's bloodied but alive. Sorry, dude. Okay, it's gonna bite you. Gets an 18 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
The chrysalis is hardened some more, and the moth is gonna. It's just gonna try to go for it. It's gonna
Yeah.
try to drink Pluto one last time.
Am I still incapacitated?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It misses. So seeing this situation, this moth's gonna get out of here. It's gonna fly away, but it provokes opportunity attacks from Galatea and the air elemental.
But not you. You're too dumb.
Crit!
As it flies away, you cut its wings off, and it collapses to the ground. With that, you're able to finish off the other caterpillar and break the chrysalises. The chrysalises. With the chrysalises, we won't roll this time, but when you destroy a chrysalis, you have to roll a d6, and on a 1, it spawns another moth.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it begins to immediately drink.
Yeah. Might have to up the damage on those chrysalises because I want them to be more important targets.
I think we didn't roll
Yeah.
a few con saves.
Yeah, we might have missed a few, but yeah, because the idea is to like get rid of the chrysalises while the moths are trying to drink your minds. But yeah, having defeated the moths, Pluto snaps out of it, but has lost some precious memories.
I forget how to ride horses.
I
And tap dance. I no longer have the ability to tap dance. I did 3 years of jazz and 4 years of tap, and I forget all of it.
That's a shame.
Now I'm just a clumsy-footed oaf. I have really bad footing now, and sometimes I just slip and fall for no reason.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really awful.
We used to call you Pluto the sure-footed.
Yeah, I was like sliding, slipping, dodging, but now like all that, it just sort of disappeared. So it's like sort of like I'm learning to walk for the first time.
What do you want to harvest from your defeated foes?
Ooh.
Some wings.
The wings, you could harvest the
Some
for the
spicy wings.
hazewing moths, and there's the caterpillar saliva as a fluid. There's the moth dust. There are the eyes and antenna, as well as the chrysalis goo, and the wings.
Dust.
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 Gonna go for the dust.
I'll take the wings.
The wings. Pluto.
I want the tongue from the moth.
The proboscis.
Yeah, it knows more about me than anything.
Good stuff.
Rifling through the bag from the Flamekeeper.
There is a restorative ointment inside that you can use to cure Pluto's disease.
But not his brain.
Rub it on my back.
Oh, I definitely had one thing left from the restaurant.
Wait, what?
We found this ointment. It's the same one Galatea uses constantly. She probably has some. Here, let me rub it on your back.
What the heck?
I only have a little bit left, and it's very hard to find, so you never know.
With the boils.
It's part of my nightly routine, okay?
it cures the disease. Yeah, it does.
I had that the whole time.
Whoops.
Do you guys even care about me?
No, I care about
I'm-
my nightly beauty routine.
And I care
need
about
it.
my paycheck, which is the only reason you're still alive, Pluto.
As you spend the time to
Wouldn't expect
begin
anything
harvesting the delirium, and begin to cure Pluto, you all take a short rest. And as you recover, that is where we will end for now and return to our storytellers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that all happened. I totally forgot that I was attacked by a memory drinking moth.
Yeah, it sounds like something that you would forget.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
specifically, that's the cause.
And I have to when someone mentions itching or something, and then you feel like I start picking at my ears because I can remember the feeling of it being inside my head.
I remember parts of this story. When I first met you, you were in the sewers with 3 of your 100 men left.
Yes.
You told me that they all died, but I didn't realize how bad it was.
Yeah, this was our first foray into the city, and sometimes you just it's sort of like it is truly the omen of the not sort of underestimating your foe. We went in guns a-blazing, as it were, swords a-blazing. I didn't have a sword that blazed though yet. I had to wait for that, but at the time we were very confident and eager to learn about the city, and the city fought back.
Yeah, things are starting to make sense now. I mean, the moths that drink your memories would account for all of the stories that you failed to tell us, including the fact that when we first went into Drakkenheim, I'm pretty sure Vale was the one who informed you about the kicking the horse. Mm-hmm. When it sounds like you definitely knew about also, you had reason to tell us probably not to kick your prize horse.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's I kind of woke up from a dream here. I don't know if it's this place, but there's something, it's like things are coming back to me, but these are almost like a dream, to be honest.
Sounds more like a nightmare, but...
Yeah, that's probably more accurate. I guess it just goes to show that you really can't underestimate your foe, and confidence does get us pretty far, but if we had been more prepared, there'd probably be more of my comrades.
Or any.
Any
of them.
any of my comrades.
Left.
Come to think of it, there's something very concerning about your story. When I met you, it was you, Gimbal, Chubbs, and Ratfood.
Yeah.
You've been telling us all these stories about these great adventures you went on with Gemini and Galatea. I've kind of grown attached to them. I like these stories that you're telling about them, but they weren't with you when I met you. What happened to them?
Wouldn't you like to know? I don't know if that... Would you like to know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I can probably tell you
Great.
in a minute. Let me just get my bearings. Because I'm also remembering how to tap dance right now.
Yeah.
It's all kind of coming back to me.
And what did you think of those terrible creatures?
Awful.
So good.
I really like the Bojack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But the moths were pretty irritating.
The combination.
Carrying the Bojack and the Lob Frog was deadly.
That was
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's the combination of lowering the AC, I think, is so cool, because it doesn't, it really piles on when you have something like else, like the eggs.
That was a
coming
cool turn when you were bleeding, burning, and had the egg on, and like you're like, how am I gonna get out of this?
You're because you also like at that moment you it is definitely like a choice, and you know, you either have to, like Galatea saved me the first time, but it was like you can't keep just like, you know, not doing anything to just like remove eggs. It's like you kind of have to deal with the problem, so you just sort of have to accept some of the consequences.
Learn what you're going to live with in the battle, for sure. Yeah, I like how there was just the two monsters that could cause multiple of those like conditions, and then how that can stack up is really scary.
Would have been nice to know if we had that face cream.
that would have really changed the decision, I think.
The thing I really like about the lob frog
So funny.
is I love a monster that sounds terrifying, but it actually takes a while and you have an opportunity to deal with it.
And it's only lesser restoration, right? So like if you've got a cleric or a druid or a bard that actually takes lesser restoration. Yeah.
Did you take lesser restoration?
No, and I wrote the lob frog, so it's kind of funny that I'm just like, nope, not going to need that spell. Like,
yeah, the combination I think is really cool, and it shows how terrifying some of these conditions can be when they start to kind of stack. They can really run away. So, you know, kind of having to think about like, what's more important, doing like some damage, but if you can't outright take out that creature, it's probably better to deal with the condition that you have on. So
kind of the Hazewing moths are a fun little combination of things, but it does end up with a lot going on there. So in this iteration, I ran the caterpillars with the caterpillars in one of the drafts did have some extra like entangling abilities. I don't think they need that. I think that they just need to be little minions to run and bite you.
Well, especially if you're slowed or incapacitated.
I think that the moths are the star of the show. The chrysalids are there to cause like an aura effect.
Yeah.
And then the caterpillars are just there to bite.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Well, with that, a big thank you to our amazing crew, Jill, Kelly, and Joe for playing tonight.
And a huge thank you to Kyle for all of the work that he does behind the scenes. We love you, Kyle. We love your hand.
We love your hand.
We love your hand.
And your heart.
And your heart. Aww. And a big thank you to Monty Martin for running these new monsters, which are available now. We are in the last few days of Monsters of Drakkenheim. So if you want to use these monsters, first of all, check the description below because we have the stat blocks for the alpha playtest version of these monsters. But if you want these and all of the other monsters that Monty and I are working on, there's a book with over 150 of them, and we have unlocked a number of amazing stretch goals. But with only a few days left, I bet we can hit a few more. There's some really exciting stuff upcoming. So hop on down into the description of this video and get in on the Kickstarter while it lasts.
Our latest Kickstarter project with Ghostfire Gaming, Monsters of Drakkenheim, which these episodes have been showcasing some of the new creatures from, is heading into its final 48 hours. It closes at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, April 25th. So if you want to get in on the book, get in on the playtesting, get your copy of the book reserved through the Kickstarter, get all those awesome accessories, help us unlock even more stretch goals as we head into the final 48 hours. Please follow the links down below. Get at Monsters of Drakkenheim, and a huge thank you to everyone else who has supported the project already. We are going to be back tomorrow on Wednesday with our final episode of Pluto Jackson's Monster Hunt, showcasing one of the last monsters that has been on the cover of the book this whole time. So get on that, join us tomorrow, and we'll have more content as well. We're going to have a closing night party as well on Thursday, so be sure to join us for all that content all this week as we celebrate the final 48 hours of our Kickstarter campaign. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow in Drakkenheim.
Dark in the night, for a fight, close they tear, take a devil bite, run, try to hide, best to stay out of sight, take a string, so we see morning rise. Blades by a cycle of sand and fight. Let the brave and bold join the hunt tonight. Gather round, grab your gear as the monsters are near. And we won't back down, face our fear. As a torch, shattered blade, spear. Visions of night won't break us here. Blades by a cycle of sand and fight. Let the brave and bold join the hunt tonight. I turn the tide for those left behind. Never grit our teeth, and we'll make things right. Now we know we can fight, now we take back the night. Our will and the light can't be taken tonight. Together we stand, shields breaking our hands. In the dark, we'll stand up and fight.